Alrighty, hello again and welcome back to the channel. I told you it wouldn't be too long for this one. So, I've got something really special I want to share today. This is my Springfield Marine Operator. This is the first nice 1911 I ever got. Before this, there's a couple others. There was my very first handgun was a high standard GI. That was not great. Next was a Para GI Expert that I think I sold before ever even firing it. And then I bought an auto ordnance GI. You're seeing a trend here that I bought it as a project gun and very quickly realized that 1911 smithing is beyond my current skill. But this gun was kind of a little treat to myself. Got it about 4 years ago, at closer to 4.5 years ago actually, and I absolutely love it. I've said it before. I'll continue to say it until something changes. Springfield 1911s are the absolute best 1911 you can get in its price range. So you're looking for something that's GI or close enough GI in the $500 to $700 range, the Springfield Mil Spec or the Defender series. I don't know if Springfield actually still, they've recently revamped their website and their offerings, so I don't know if the Loaded family is still a thing, but the Marine Operator was like the top of the Loaded family. And again, I would put it up against any 1911 in the probably $1,000 to $1,300 price range. Absolutely fantastic gun. Like the rest of Springfield's 1911s, all the interior parts are MIM, metal injection molded. We generally don't like MIM, but there's doing it right and doing it wrong. Now, the most average tool steel, bar stock, whatever parts are going to be better than the absolute best MIM, but good MIM isn't bad. And Springfield seems to have their acts together as far as that goes. The slide and frame are forged just like you would expect from a Springfield. Stainless steel barrel, which 3-hole aluminum triggers, stainless barrels, and I don't know how well you can see that there, stainless bushings. I'm a little over that look. Make guns murdered out again. This is, I mean, we know on this channel we tend to stay more to the classics. It's a 1911. As much as you want to modernize it, it's still a classic until you get into like the silly race guns for competition that aren't actually practical at all. I think I've put more rounds through this than any other handgun except my Glock. Shh, I own a Glock. The Surefire X300, recent edition, the gold standard for pistol lights in my opinion. Also makes it a little bit of a pain to find a holster if you're looking to carry this. Right now this gun lives in my nightstand, but I am considering a leather wing from Black Point Tactical so I can actually start carrying this again. Now, this is not completely stock. There are a few things I have done to it. Some of it doesn't really count, like the recoil spring. I've changed the recoil spring. I swapped it from a factory 16-pound to a Wolf 18.5-pound recoil spring with their extra power firing pin spring. This decision is based on an episode of Larry Vickers' podcast, which I wish he'd fire that back up again. That was some great stuff. But the old Delta 1911s, they put those heavier recoil springs in there to get more reliable feeding. Now, in 4 years and goodness knows how many rounds, I can think of 2 times this gun failed to feed, and both times were my fault. Oh, my 1911's never jammed. Okay, yeah, it's jammed, but like maybe 8 times out of 10, it was my fault. The other 2 were magazines. The gun is good. The gun is good. Another thing I have done is this Magwell. Hold this up so you can see a little better. I don't know how well that's coming through. This is a Chen Magwell. We have my friend Eli, 1776 Duck, to thank for that one. He kept talking about him, and I got suckered in, and it was a fantastic decision. They have, I don't remember offhand, I want to say this is 25 line per inch checkering on the back strap there, but feels great. It's a big old wide open mouth for a Magwell. Like, you look at it from underneath and you think this is a competition Magwell. Then you look at it from there and it lines right up just beautifully. And there is the last thing I changed. Sorry, I'm trying to keep in frame here. The grips that come with the gun, I believe, are VZ Operator 2s. I swapped out for VZ double diamonds because I like the look and the feel of double diamonds, and I wanted that flush fit to the Magwell. Other than, and slot head grip screws. That's a necessity on a 1911 in my opinion. Torx head is silly. And that's all I've done to this gun. People have asked, oh, what have you done with it? That's it. This gun was almost this awesome out of the box. There are a couple other things I would change in the future. When I get to it, yeah, I still kind of want the blackened parts here. This, I get ambi safeties. I get it. I personally don't care, and when I've carried this gun in the past, I've taken a corner a little too quickly and flipped my safety off on accident. Good thing it is a nice, audible, like, you know. So I was able to flip that back on and decided then I don't really want an ambi safety on a 1911. So that'll be one thing to go. I mean, and if I'm going to go that far, then I'll probably have the MIM parts replaced. But that's all down the road. I am in no way at all dissatisfied with this gun. Now, a lot of people will think, well, okay, maybe not a lot of people, but there are those out there who will say that I am a shill for Springfield because I said something nice about one of their products. And I want to be abundantly clear. I like Springfield's 1911s. I firmly believe what I said a few minutes ago, that they are the best 1911 in their price range. There's not a thing you can do to convince me otherwise. And I haven't received a nickel from Springfield Armory to say that. I haven't received a sticker or a koozie or anything from them. I'm saying this because I believe it. If that makes me a shill, then I'm a shill. Whatever. And that's that. This gun is super special to me. What is most interesting about it is, if I understand the history correctly, this could be, you could oversimplify the explanation by saying this is a 6th generation Musoc pistol. The old M45 Musocs from the early mid-80s up through I think they were still in use in the very early 2000s, the start of the global war on terror. about that time, they switched over to the Kimber ICQBs. And after that, you have the Colt M45A1 CQBP. But this is just an absolutely fantastic pistol. I would never feel outgunned with one. It's like any 1911, it's choosy about magazines. I have run mostly Wilson Combat enhanced tactical magazines, the 8-round ETMs. They run pretty good. The 47D is still my favorite. The 10-rounders from Wilson are a little iffy. I've had that's where a couple of my failure to feeds came from. On the flip side, the Chip McCormick, 10-round power mags run fantastically. And I've been experimenting more with Chip McCormick mags in my 1911s, and they are slowly beginning to outnumber the Wilson mags I have in my big old 1911 mag box. So, as far as ammo goes, the GI models, actually the high standard I had was a true GI. It had the low sights, and it was throated. The feed ramp was cut for full metal jacket, just like an actual military one was. And it would choke on almost any hollow point that went in there. If I remember right, the hollow point that fed the best was Hornady Critical Defense, and I don't recommend that to anybody anymore. So your GI guns, you're going to have a rough time. That's why I like the Springfield mil-spec, because it is still made and profiled to handle your hollow point ammunition. I've fed several different types through this, just like with the SA-35 we talked about the other day. Gold Dot, HST, SIG V-Crown, all feeds great through this gun. I haven't tried anything else, mostly because I like those three, and I'm not going to try every single hollow point on the market just to say it works. It works with three very, very good brands of hollow point, and that's good enough. And that is that's about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You'll see proof of how old this is, the old slide markings from Springfield, which, in my opinion, the new ones are nice and clean, don't get me wrong, but I like this old school look better. That's just me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is, like I said, a very, very special gun to me. My very first nice 1911. The fact that, Marine Corps is in the name may or may not have been a little bit of suckering me in from their marketing department, but whatever. Great gun. And if you could find one, I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching. Next week, we are actually going to have content from GunCon. I'm going to be attending that up at Brownells this weekend. If any of you are going, say something in the comments, and maybe we'll meet up or something. Have a pipe. Y'all take care, and we'll catch you next time.